Sarah's phone buzzes at 3:47 a.m. Another notification. Another 1,000 followers gained while she slept. She smiles, revealing fangs that glisten in the blue glow of her screen. The blood bank receipt from yesterday crumples in her pale hand as she reads the comments. You're literally glowing. What's your skincare routine? You never age. If only they knew the truth. Sarah isn't just another beauty influencer. She's been dead for 127 years, and her feeding schedule is about to collide with her upload schedule in the most terrifying way possible. Don't forget to subscribe and comment your favorite topic below. Your suggestions fuel our next spine-chilling stories. Sarah Montenegro adjusts her ring light for the third time tonight, the harsh LED glow washing over her porcelain skin like moonlight. Her iPhone sits perfectly positioned on its tripod, ready to capture another "Get Ready With Me" video for her 2.3 million followers. What they don't know is that Sarah's getting ready for something far more sinister than a night out. Hey, beautiful souls, she purrs into the camera, her voice honey-sweet despite the razor-sharp canines she keeps carefully hidden. It's your girl, Sarah, and tonight we're creating that effortless glow everyone's been asking about. She reaches for a concealer that costs more than most people's rent, dabbing it under eyes that haven't needed sleep in over a century. The comments flood in immediately. Heart eye emojis cascade down her screen like digital rain. Queen. Literally perfect. Drop the skincare routine. Each notification sends a little thrill through her undead heart. Fame tastes almost as sweet as the blood she craves. But Sarah's beauty routine isn't just about makeup. As she contours her already flawless cheekbones, she mentally calculates how many hours until her next feeding. The blood bank closes at 6 a.m., and she needs to be there before dawn. The irony isn't lost on her. While other influencers worry about brand deals and sponsorships, Sarah worries about maintaining her supply of type O negative. Her phone buzzes with a DM from her manager. Sephora wants to do a live collaboration tomorrow night, 8 p.m. EST. Confirm? Sarah's stomach drops. Tomorrow is Thursday. Thursday is feeding day. She's already pushed it longer than she should have, and her hands are starting to develop that telltale tremor that comes with hunger. Before we continue, she tells her viewers, never breaking character, let me just grab my favorite serum. She steps away from the camera, her reflection notably absent from the vanity mirror behind her. In the comments, someone types, anyone else notice she has no reflection in that mirror? But the message gets buried under hundreds of others before anyone can respond. Sarah returns with a small glass vial filled with what appears to be expensive skincare serum. In reality, it's a carefully mixed solution containing just enough blood to keep her complexion radiant between proper feedings. She applies it with practiced precision, watching as her skin seems to drink in the crimson liquid, glowing brighter with each drop. This is my secret weapon, she confesses to the camera with a conspiratorial whisper. Just a few drops and your skin will literally come alive. The irony makes her smile, revealing just a hint of fang before she catches herself. 3 years ago, Sarah was just another bloodthirsty creature of the night, lurking in shadows and feeding on unsuspecting victims in back alleys. The loneliness of immortality had nearly driven her to seek the final death. Then she discovered social media, and everything changed. It started with a single photo, a selfie taken during golden hour, when her supernatural beauty was most pronounced. Within hours, she had 1,000 likes. Within a week, brands were reaching out. Within a month, she had her first sponsorship deal with a high-end cosmetics company. They called her their ethereal beauty with the Midas touch. If they only knew what kind of touch she really possessed. Now, her apartment is a shrine to her success. Designer clothes hang in walk-in closets that could house entire families. Her bathroom counter groans under the weight of luxury skincare products she'll never actually need. Every surface gleams with the polish of wealth. But hidden behind false walls and secret compartments lies her real collection. Temperature-controlled blood storage, antique feeding chalices, and centuries-old artifacts from her past life. Sarah's content strategy is brilliant in its simplicity. She posts exclusively at night, claiming she's a night owl, who does her best work after dark. Her followers eat it up, creating hashtags like our night shift beauty and team no sleep. They have no idea that she literally cannot appear on camera during daylight hours. Her brand partnerships are carefully selected. Skincare companies love her because she never ages. Fashion brands adore her because she has the same measurements she had when she died in 1896. Jewelry companies fight to work with her because precious metals and gems seem to shimmer differently against her supernatural skin. But success comes with scrutiny. Lately, Sarah's noticed some of her followers asking pointed questions. Why don't you ever do morning routines? Have you considered therapy for your eating habits? You never seem to eat in your vlogs. The last comment makes her laugh darkly. If only they knew what she actually consumed for sustenance. Her phone buzzes again. Another DM, this time from someone with no profile picture and a username that is just numbers. I know what you are. Sarah's blood runs cold. Well, colder than usual. She deletes the message immediately, but 3 more just like it appear in her inbox. Someone is watching. Someone knows. Sarah tries to maintain her composure as she finishes her nighttime routine video, but her hands shake slightly as she applies her final layer of highlighter. The anonymous messages keep coming, each one more specific than the last. The blood bank on 5th Street, every Thursday, 4:47 a.m. exactly. Typo negative, warmed to 98.6 degrees. 127 years old, turned in Prague. Whoever this is, they've been watching her for a long time. That's all for tonight, beautiful souls, she manages to say, her voice only slightly strained. Remember, true beauty comes from within. Another bitter irony. In her case, beauty literally comes from what she puts within herself, and it's not expensive supplements or superfoods. She ends the recording and immediately checks her analytics. 847,000 views in the first hour. Engagement rates through the roof. Brand mentions flooding in. On paper, this is the most successful content night of her career. So why does she feel like everything is about to crumble? Her phone rings. The caller ID shows her manager's name, but when she answers, a different voice speaks. Low, gravelly, amused. Hello, Sarah Montenegro, or should I say, Countess Sarah Vladescu. Her real name, the name she abandoned when she fled Europe in 1952. The name connected to 17 mysterious deaths and a burned-down castle. Who is this? She whispers, though her supernatural hearing has already picked up the sound of traffic in the background. The caller is close, maybe even outside her building. Someone who's been following your work for quite some time. Your content is entertaining, but I think your audience deserves to see the real you, don't you? The line goes dead. Sarah rushes to her window, pulling back the blackout curtains just enough to peer down at the street. A figure stands under the street lamp directly across from her building, face obscured by shadows. They raise one hand in a slow, deliberate wave. Then they disappear. Sarah's perfectly curated world is about to become very, very complicated. And tomorrow night's live stream with Sephora suddenly seems like the least of her problems. Someone knows her secret, and they're planning to use it. The question isn't whether her double life will be exposed. It's whether she'll survive the revelation. Her phone buzzes one final time, a message from the same anonymous number. See you tomorrow night. Live stream, 8 p.m. Don't even think about canceling. Your audience is dying to meet the real you. Sarah stares at the message until her phone screen goes dark, leaving her alone with her reflection, or rather the absence of it, in the black window. For the first time in 127 years, the predator has become the prey. Sarah spends the day pacing her apartment like a caged animal, which isn't far from the truth. The blackout curtains remain drawn tight, protecting her from the killing rays of sunlight. But they can't protect her from the growing dread that fills every corner of her sanctuary. She survived 127 years by being careful, methodical, never staying in one place too long, never forming attachments, never leaving witnesses. But social media changed everything. In her hunger for connection and validation, she'd built the world's most public hiding place. Her phone hasn't stopped buzzing. Notifications pour in like a digital avalanche. New followers, brand deal offers, collaboration requests. The Sephora partnership alone could net her 6 figures. Under normal circumstances, she'd be celebrating. Instead, she's calculating escape routes and liquidating assets. The anonymous messages have evolved too. No longer vague threats, they now include photos. Sarah outside the blood bank. Sarah entering her apartment building. Sarah's reflection, or lack thereof, caught in a store window's security camera. Someone has been documenting her every move with the patience of a professional hunter. At 3 p.m., her phone rings. This time, it's actually her manager. "Sarah, darling, we have a problem." Marcus's voice is strained. "Someone's been sending packages to my office. Photos, documents, weird medieval-looking artifacts. They claim you're some sort of... This is ridiculous. Vampire?" He laughs nervously. "I told them you're just committed to your gothic aesthetic brand, but they're threatening to go to TMZ if we don't cancel tonight's stream." Sarah closes her eyes. The hunter isn't just targeting her. They're dismantling her entire carefully constructed life piece by piece. "Marcus, listen to me very carefully," she says, her voice carrying the hypnotic quality that comes naturally to her kind. "Cancel all my appearances for the next month. Tell everyone I'm taking a mental health break." "Sarah, are you insane? Do you know how much money we'll lose? The Sephora deal alone? Cancel everything." Her voice drops to barely a whisper, but it carries the weight of absolute authority. "And Marcus, forget this conversation ever happened. Forget the packages, take a vacation somewhere far away." The line goes quiet for a moment. When Marcus speaks again, his voice is dreamy, distant. "Of course, Sarah. I'll cancel everything. Take care of yourself." She hangs up, knowing she's just used her powers to potentially save his life. The hunter clearly has no qualms about involving innocent people in their game. Despite her manager's compulsion-induced cooperation, Sarah knows she can't simply disappear. Her mysterious stalker has made it clear that running isn't an option. At 7:30 p.m., 30 minutes before the scheduled Sephora collaboration, she sits in front of her camera setup, staring at her own absence in the viewfinder. Her phone displays 17 missed calls from Sephora's marketing team and 43 unread messages from confused brand partners. But mixed in with the professional chaos are the messages that make her blood run cold. "Almost showtime, Countess. Your audience awaits. Let's see how long you can keep up the act." Sarah has fed recently. She broke into the blood bank the previous night and consumed enough to maintain her strength for days. Her supernatural beauty is at its peak, her powers fully charged. If this is going to be her final performance, she'll make it memorable. She starts the stream 30 seconds early, catching hundreds of viewers off guard. The comments explode immediately. "Sarah, we missed you." "Sephora collab finally." But mixed in with the usual adoration, she spots something chilling. "Let the show begin." VH127. VH127. Van Helsing, and the number of years she's been undead. Her hunter has a sense of humor. "Hey, beautiful souls," she begins, her voice steadier than she feels. "Tonight's stream is going to be different, special. I want to share something with you that I've never shared before." She pauses, scanning the comments for the account that's been tormenting her. There, VH127 is typing. "Tell them about Prague," appears in the chat. Sarah's smile doesn't falter, but her eyes flash with deadly intent. "Let's start with skincare, shall we? The foundation of any good routine is knowing your history." She picks up a product from the Sephora collection, a blood-red lipstick called Eternal Youth. The irony is almost too perfect. As she applies it, she speaks directly to the camera and to her tormentor. "You know, I've always believed that beauty is timeless, that the right techniques passed down through generations can keep you looking immortal." The chat is moving too fast to read individual comments, but VH127's messages stand out like drops of blood on snow. "Show them your teeth. Tell them about the blood bank. No more lies." Sarah's composure finally cracks. "You want the truth?" she asks. And for a moment, she's not talking to her audience at all. Some of us are willing to pay any price for perfection. Some of us have made sacrifices you couldn't possibly understand. Her fangs extend slightly as she speaks, just enough to catch the light. In the chat, someone types, "Did anyone else see her teeth just now?" But the message gets buried under hundreds of others. The stream has been going for 40 minutes when everything falls apart. Sarah is demonstrating a contouring technique when her doorbell rings. Not the polite chime of a delivery, the long, insistent press of someone who knows she's home and won't leave. "Looks like I have an unexpected guest," she tells her 200,000 viewers, her voice light despite the terror clawing at her chest. "I'll be right back, beautiful souls." She mutes her microphone but leaves the camera rolling, knowing that walking away from this many viewers is social media suicide. Through the viewfinder, she can see herself moving toward the door, or rather, she can see the space where she should be, empty and accusatory. The peephole reveals nothing but darkness. Sarah's supernatural senses tell her someone is there, but whoever they are, they're good at hiding. She opens the door. A young man stands in the hallway holding an antique wooden stake and wearing a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. He's maybe 25, with the lean build of someone who spends their time hunting dangerous prey. But it's his eyes that make Sarah's blood freeze. They're the eyes of someone who's seen too much death. "Countess Sarah Vladescu," he says, pushing past her into the apartment. "Or should I call you Sarah Montenegro, Instagram sensation and vampire extraordinaire? You're him, VH127. It's not a question. Vincent Harker, actually. Great-great-grandson of Jonathan Harker. I've been tracking you for 3 years, ever since you made the mistake of going public." He gestures toward her camera setup where 200,000 people are watching an empty room. "Clever hiding place, I'll give you that. Who would look for a vampire in plain sight?" Sarah's fangs extend fully now, and her eyes begin to glow with predatory hunger. "What do you want?" "Justice. Closure. My family has been hunting your kind for generations, and you're the prize. The original Countess of Prague, the Blood Rose of Wallachia. Do you have any idea how many people you've killed?" From her computer, she can hear the notification sounds going crazy. The chat must be exploding with questions about why she's been gone so long. Her viewer count is climbing toward 300,000, the biggest audience of her career, and they're about to witness her destruction. "I've changed," she whispers, though even she doesn't believe it. "I don't kill anymore. I buy blood legally. I help people feel beautiful." Vincent laughs, a sound like breaking glass. "Help people? You've created an army of followers who worship an impossible standard of beauty. You've made them hate themselves by comparison to something that's literally inhuman. That's not help. That's psychological warfare." He raises the stake, and Sarah realizes with crystal clarity that she's about to die on camera in front of 300,000 people. Her empire of beauty and deception will end not with a quiet fade into obscurity, but with the most viral content of her career. But Vincent has made one crucial mistake. He's forgotten that predators are most dangerous when cornered. Sarah's voice drops to a hypnotic whisper that carries through her entire apartment. "Vincent Harker, great-great-grandson of a legendary hunter. Tell me, how does it feel to know that your family's greatest enemy has become more successful in 3 years of social media than the Harkers ever were in centuries of hunting?" Her power washes over him, but he shakes it off with practiced ease. "Nice try. My family prepared me for your tricks." He lunges forward with the stake. Sarah moves with inhuman speed, catching his wrist and twisting until he drops the weapon. But as they struggle, Vincent pulls something else from his jacket, a small device that begins emitting a high-pitched whine. "Silver-laced ultrasonic emitter," he gasps as Sarah's grip loosens. Another family invention. The sound is agony, driving Sarah to her knees. Through her pain, she hears something that makes her heart stop. The notification sound from her computer has changed. Someone has gone live on her account. Vincent grins as he picks up his fallen stake. "I may not be able to compel you, vampire, but I know how to work social media. Your followers are about to get the reveal of the century." On her computer screen, clearly visible to 350,000 viewers, The camera has somehow turned toward the struggle. The chat is exploding with confusion, horror, and excitement. OMG, is this real? Is this a Halloween prank? Call the police. Vincent raises the stake for the killing blow. Any last words for your fans, Countess? Sarah looks directly into the camera, her fangs fully extended, her eyes glowing with supernatural fire. For the first time in 127 years, she's completely, authentically herself. Beautiful souls, she says, her voice carrying across the digital void to hundreds of thousands of screens. True beauty isn't about perfection, it's about survival. And I've survived longer than any of you can imagine. The stake comes down. The live stream ended abruptly at 9:47 p.m. EST, but not before 400,000 viewers witnessed what appeared to be the violent death of one of social media's biggest beauty influencers. The footage vanished from all platforms within hours, deleted by mysterious forces, but screenshots and screen recordings spread across the internet like wildfire. The official story, released by Sarah's management team, claimed the entire incident was an elaborate Halloween marketing stunt gone wrong. Sarah Montenegro, they announced, was taking an indefinite hiatus from social media to focus on her mental health and pursue other creative projects. The blood, the fangs, the supernatural speed, all practical effects and movie magic, they insisted. But those who knew how to look found the truth in the details. Security footage from the blood bank on 5th Street showed no record of Sarah ever entering, despite witnesses swearing they'd seen her there weekly. Her apartment lease, when investigated, revealed a previous tenant named Sarah Vladescu, who'd rented the same unit in 1952 and 1923 and 1897. The building's oldest residents whispered about a beautiful woman who never aged, who they'd seen in the hallways for decades but who never seemed to remember them. Vincent Harker disappeared that same night. His hotel room was found empty except for an antique journal filled with vampire hunting notes and a single wooden stake, snapped cleanly in half. Some say he accomplished his family's mission and simply vanished into the night, satisfied with his victory. Others believe he became Sarah's final victim before her own destruction. But perhaps the most unsettling detail of all was discovered by a tech-savvy conspiracy theorist who analyzed the final seconds of the live stream frame by frame. In the last moment before the feed cut out, as Vincent's stake descended toward Sarah's heart, her reflection, absent throughout the entire stream, flickered into existence for exactly one frame. She was smiling. The beauty industry mourned the loss of its most enigmatic star, but they moved on quickly, as industries do. New influencers rose to fill the void, each promising their own secrets to eternal youth and perfect beauty. None achieved Sarah's level of fame, but then again, none of them had her particular advantages, or her particular hunger. Sometimes, late at night, her most devoted followers still receive notifications from her dormant accounts, a like on an old photo, a brief comment, still beautiful. These digital hauntings are dismissed as hackers or glitches, but those who truly understood Sarah's content know better. After all, death has never been permanent for everyone, and social media, like immortality, is forever. What do you think really happened to Sarah Montenegro that night? Was she truly destroyed by Vincent Harker, or did the Countess of Prague find a way to survive once again? The truth might be darker and more beautiful than any of us could imagine. The line between reality and performance has never been thinner, especially in our digital age where authenticity is the ultimate currency. Sarah's story reminds us that the people we follow, admire, and aspire to be like might be hiding secrets far darker than we could ever imagine. Behind every perfect selfie, every flawless routine, every impossible standard of beauty, there might be a hunger that can never be satisfied. If you enjoyed this spine-chilling tale of beauty, blood, and social media gone wrong, make sure to subscribe for more stories that blur the line between horror and reality. We explore the dark side of our digital obsessions, the monsters hiding in plain sight, and the price we pay for perfection. Drop a comment below and let us know. What topic would you like us to cover next? Urban legends in the age of TikTok? The haunted history of viral challenges? Or maybe you have your own supernatural influencer story to share? Your suggestions fuel our content, and who knows, your idea might be the inspiration for our next terrifying tale. Remember, beautiful souls, in a world where everyone is performing, the most dangerous monsters might be the ones with the most followers. Until next time, keep questioning what you see online. Because sometimes, the most perfectly curated life is hiding the most perfectly dark secret.